Hi everyone, I am back with another process video for you today. I really actually debated whether or not I wanted to make this one into a video. I wasn't sure if anybody would really like it or not, but in the end I decided to just go ahead and show you guys. Basically the reason is because a few weeks back, I would have to look up which video it is exactly, but I am scrap lifting myself in this with this layout. I did one when everybody was playing in the snow and it was a bunch of black and whites, and I did some 2x2 photos along the top, and I believe maybe there was like 14 or 15 photos total, so I wasn't sure if everybody would want to see the same layout again, but I thought if nothing else, you just don't have to watch the video, right? So because I am doing this is one of the things. I had a lot of these photos from us in the pool at Disney, and I couldn't choose which ones. I actually did leave a few off, but I had trouble deciding which ones I wanted to leave off and which ones I wanted to leave on. And I knew that this was a good way to get all the photos onto the layout. So I am going to go ahead and share this, and I hope you guys like this. So that first layout, it's a double page, and I did a bunch of 2x2s, like I said, along the top. I am going to switch it up this time around, and I'm going to put the 2x2s along the bottom. So basically the photos that go along the bottom are 2x3, and I'm just cutting down 2 here so I didn't have to decide between one of these, and I'm cutting these down to 1.5x2 so that I can fit 2 in that same spot. And in the other video, there was a couple spots that instead of having a picture, I filled in with other things. But on this one, I'm just going to do all photos across the bottom. And I like how they look. I think that it doesn't look too busy because it's such a subtle, there's a lot of blue in the background, and it's not a bunch of busy colors. So I think that it really works. And I have to tell you, this trimmer is the Tonic Studios one. I believe that Tim Holtz just came out with a black one from this recent Creativation show that they just did here in January. I really like this trimmer. When I went to one crop, it wasn't cutting completely straight, and I think I realized that it's because the table was not really stable. So if you don't have a stable table, like, you know, if you're using a card table or something, then it might not work as well. But if you've got a nice steady surface that you can cut on, this trimmer is great. I haven't had any crooked papers, and I love my Fiskars trimmers. I will always use Fiskars. They are an excellent company. But for my small little desk, this trimmer is working perfect for now. So if you are looking for a trimmer, and I believe it was only like 35 bucks or something like that. I got mine off of Amazon, you know, the Amazon Prime. So awesome trimmer. Give it a try if you're looking for a good trimmer. And you can do 12 inches both ways, which is awesome. So it does have a handle that you can add on to the end of it, but I don't see any reason for the handle. It does stick out a little further, so I'm not even going to worry about it. So I am just basically following the same thing that I did on the other layout, except on the other layout I had all 3x4 photos, I believe, across the middle section. And this one I didn't even measure these photos. I just cut them all down so that they would fit. And I still have a funny story to talk about going into the pool, but I thought about maybe doing it with this layout, but because there was so many photos, I didn't want to add any more to it. I'm just going to keep it kind of easy and light. Yeah, I'm just going to go through the die cuts and figure out which ones I want to go. I thought about that Polaroid frame, but it's not going to go on there. This is the 6x6 sheet, and again, I talked about in the last video, the entrance to the Disney Hotel between Downtown Disney and the Disney Hotel is like some flags and stuff. So I wanted to use this castle die cut because it just had the flags and all that. So it just reminded me of the Disney Hotel. So that middle black circle die cut that you see down there in the bottom center of the layout, I'm not 100% crazy about it once it goes down, but I think just because it adds a little more black, but I'm going to fix that in a little while. So you will see how I end up fixing that. So I'm just playing around, looking at the stickers, trying to decide which stickers I want to use. I did use that little banner one. Where I put it currently, there is a little spot between the banner and that black die cuts piece, but I've kind of fixed that later. There was also this like viewfinder toy sticker, and I don't really like the colors of it. It seems like it doesn't really go very well with everything else in the collection. So I thought maybe I could kind of hide it up here in the top left-hand corner, but it's not going to make it on there. So I'm going to pop up this die cut piece down here by this little banner sticker, and you can see where there's just that little bit where the banner sticker ends that shows, and I'm going to stick something in there like I said, so you'll see that in a few minutes. I'm going to glue down this castle die. I'm going to call it a die cut even though it came from a 6x6 sheet, and then I'm going to pop up this other die cut piece so that there's one element so far in each cluster that is popped up on foam tape, just to give some added interest and texture. I'm going to glue down this camera die cut piece, and it's just going to be flat on the layout. And then I also have with this collection these layered stickers, and so it says smiles from ear to ear, and I know that that's supposed to be a Mickey reference, but they were still smiling and having fun. So, and it's also popped up, so that will give a third element on the layout that has the popped up the dimension. So with these epoxy stickers, there was the word smile and the word magic, and I really like the way the word magic looks there on the right hand side. I feel like it brings some more of the black around to help go with that middle die cut that's in the bottom. Like I said, I was not too crazy about that once I got it glued down, but I'm going to make it work. So since I have the smile epoxy and the magic epoxy, I went ahead and just added a little epoxy star in the middle cluster on the bottom, just to help bring that texture around to all of the clusters. So here I'm looking, and I wanted kind of another camera element. Cameras are neutral. They don't have to be Disney. They don't have to be anything. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut this out of the 6x6 border sheet page. And then I'm going to tuck it up underneath this castle on the left-hand side, since it wasn't a full camera. That way it kind of hides where it got cut off. And it brings the camera element over there, and I like the way that that looks. So again, I'm just looking around, and there is a circle element in so far 2 of the clusters, the one on the left and the one in the middle. So I kind of wanted to add a third circle cluster or circle element to the right hand side of the page, just to help kind of lead your eye around the page. But I'm going to fuss around quite a bit with where it goes. I didn't like the one. I wanted to use the one with the castle on it, and I do think I actually end up using it on here. It's just going to take me a few times of playing around to figure out where I want it to go. So then these are, again, chipboard. They come on the brad sheet, but they're just chipboard circles. And in the bottom middle cluster, you can see that I snugged one of those chipboard circles up between that die cut circle and the yellow banner sticker, so that it would, sorry, I got distracted for just a moment there, so that it would cover up that hole that I was talking about earlier on. So here I decided to go ahead and put this castle circle sticker, and I added it to the bottom. It kind of spreads out that cluster a little bit more, but I like how it turns out, so I'm happy with that. And then I realized that there was a lot of these star stickers on the sticker sheet that I haven't been using. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3 in each cluster. They're different colors. I didn't add any blue to the top 2 clusters because with the blue background you couldn't see the sticker. So I tried it there with that blue one, but it like I said, you couldn't really see it. So it's not going to go. So I really like how this is looking, and I apologize for the glare on the far left photo. My desk is so small that I don't have room for big lighting or fancy lighting, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that at this point in time. So I hope it's not too distracting. But now I'm just looking around at all my other little embellishments that I have for Disney, and I decided to add a red Mickey head rhinestone in each cluster. And I really like this because I don't feel like my entire Disney album has to have, I know a lot of people try to bring the same elements throughout the entire book. I don't worry about that at all. If it has Mickey heads, it has Mickey heads. If not, then not. But I do like the fact that because I don't do these pages in order, that all throughout the book, you will find layouts with, say, these rhinestone Mickey heads on them, or, you know, different things. So they are spread throughout the book. They're not necessarily on every page. Doesn't bother me at all. But I do like it when people do the same, have everything in that album have one element at least one element that's the same. So I do like the way that looks. I don't worry about that personally. So I went ahead, and while I was chit-chatting there, I just went ahead and added some of those, oh, the word has left me, those little circle sequins. That's it, the sticky sequins. I added some. I did add some to the center of both cameras. And I thought I was done with the layout, but after I turned it off, I kept looking at it and I felt like it needed something more. So in the very end layout, you are going to see that I added some journaling, and I also added a title up at the top, Let's Go Swimming, and they're just with some very old black stickers. So that is the layout for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.